Welcome back to game number 2 of the series between OK Beamer and Kipp. Kipp with a very nice run in game 1, taking the victory. Beamer looking to even this one up in this one. I am back, DJ Webb, along with this time co-commentator Adam. How's it going?
Good. Why am I commentating instead of going back to bed? I don't know, but I'm here and I'm ready to commentate this game number 2 between Beamer and Kipp. And like DJ said, Kipp gets game 1. We'll see if Kipp can close this out in 2, but I'm excited and looking forward to this matchup.
Yes, indeed. This has definitely been one to look out for. The 8 and the 9 seed matchup. Expect a very close one. And yeah, Beamer definitely been having a nice showing in this tournament. We'll see if he can do some interesting things. Definitely with the ship play early, diverged a little bit. And Speed Booster was a nice find, but not quite enough to get him an edge. See what seed number 2 has to offer to our runners. As we are hopefully underway. Beamer's stream looks a little frozen, but hopefully we'll get that back in here. But so far, we have a very similar start. No full countdown and a vanilla charge beam.
Sounds good to me. I'm hoping for a little bit of area rando.
Yeah, we'll see what seed number 2 has to throw our way. Definitely expect on average to see the area randomizer show up at his 2-to-1 odds, but definitely seen some series go this tournament where seed 1 was vanilla map and so was seed 2. It is random, so odds are odds and outcomes are outcomes. They may or may not match up, but no Chozo on
Major
this
minor.
one. That's right.
For those that don't know what major minor is, all the energy tank locations plus the regular major locations are the ones that are being shuffled. And when you see a non-morph ball at vanilla morph ball area, it means morph ball is going to be here in the ceiling, and that indicates major minor.
That is correct. Kipp almost missed that D-boost. Had to shoot an extra time to get the morph ball revealed, but gets it very nicely done, and we got a missile here once again. See if we can get a different minor item here at the alpha missiles, but so far a very nice
seeing
start.
some power bombs.
No such luck. Just another missile here. To the top we once again go. Given that we're in Major Minor, we actually do need to see something that breaks bomb blocks regardless of vanilla map versus area in the seed, because we don't have any super missiles to get anywhere else.
Oh, we're not going to know if Meme Road is anything. We're not going to know anything until we see any of the other criteria doors here.
That's right. Let's see. This nice ledge grab climb again from Kipp. Hopefully, we can get Beamer's stream sorted out. As he's definitely.
I guess we're gonna see. Go ahead, DJ.
Oh no, I was just gonna say he's definitely running. His stream is live on Twitch, and
yes,
when Chad pointed that out.
So the interesting thing, DJ, we're not surprised if we found some sort of explosives over at Bomb Chorizo.
Out of the bomb for the. Well, I don't think they can hear us because the stream ended.
Stream rebooted.
Go live. Go live. All right. And we are back. Don't know if you heard us during our little downtime, but does look like Beamer's stream is finally joined us here in the seed. Kipp exiting this area, having already collected the BT item. Hopefully, Beamer's stream will show us what it in fact holds. Doesn't look like it was screw attack. And given that
and feed the SpeedGaming hamsters.
I'm gonna say it was bombs. I was actually gonna
It's
say, given
bombs.
how quickly Kipp got out of there, I didn't expect it to be bombs because of the fight, but that is what we have. Vanilla bombs here. Gonna show us 230 check. Looking for supers or power bombs for sure. And it's one of the two. Nice
Supers.
supers to find.
Moth says bombs are bomb Terizo. I know, how original. DJ, did we see an area rando game 1?
Game one was not area randomizer, no. Vanilla map.
It was vanilla map. Vanilla bosses?
No. They were shifted.
Sweet. Nice. Alright, so this is a major location. And it's vanilla.
Another energy take here. Beamer is headed towards the ship. Has not checked out that 230, but I think he's probably going to be doing gauntlet here, so we'll see if he can score some supers in the back there, as well as show us what that gauntlet major ends up being.
Yeah, this is an interesting check.
Bomb's definitely the slowest way to do this check.
Area rando, let's go!
Doors are flashing, and we've got
Oh, hello.
a little bit of Norfair action here early.
Yeah, that's the lower Norfair escape. In upper Norfair. Kago room is gonna lead to Red Brand. Big area to find. 6 doors to check.
Is right, as well as a major there at the spacer beam. It is the case that without power bombs, we are unable to look at a few things here. This Kipp is going to elect not to do Croc. I actually think without power bombs, there's some additional value with the extra miners that you could potentially check there. But for now, Kipp says no to Crocomire. This Beamer, wow.
That's a mega item for Beamer.
Definitely a big
Kipp will never
find.
go back to Gauntlet to get that. That's speed booster.
Yeah, very, very big find, especially to have that 6 minutes into the seed. Could be a very, very big find as the charge beam once again shows its face very early in the seed. Difficult to miss location here at the spacer. Very nicely handling this bomb gauntlet. Kipp is going to go back now to Croc. It is the case that the charge beam makes the fight a lot nicer because only 10-5 ammo and the missiles aren't full. Here's a farm location here. Oh, Kipp's actually not. Oh, I was gonna say, it looked like he was headed back to Criteria, but potentially he just forgot which door was which. But yeah, I do like this Croc play here. And again, time to see what's going on here. If no supers are back here, which there aren't, could be a little bit awkward for Beamer because, again, it's Croc here, and then you can't check Spazer without those supers. And then there's another door at the middle of Red Tower, and then you're potentially walking into a soft lock behind a powerbomb door at the top.
Yep.
These have definitely already gotten interesting here with this gauntlet play, but the lack of supers.
This will be an interesting jump as well here for Kipp. 2 energy tanks, plenty to get through the acid area, but you don't want to obviously stay in the acid too long.
Yeah, I expected.
Kipp's gonna wait.
That's what I expected from Kipp. It's a little bit. It's quite a bit safer to, number one, get all the way to full. The extra 9, not super impactful, but definitely helps. And probably you're checking both items, so the kill and wait isn't super bad. Plus, there's a save in case you have some unfortunate happenstances and don't make it back from the energy tank location.
Yeah. You know, DJ, I don't think I've ever been told on commentary before that I'm coming in very low. I don't think I've ever been told that.
Beamer waffling here at the Crocomire, but I ended up doing it now. Kipp with a very, very nice damage boost over here to this Croc Powerbomb Miner. Not a Powerbomb here, definitely what he's looking for, but second super is nice. more than likely the way you want to go get this grapple item is a green gate glitch, so just doubled his number of opportunities. Okay, Beamer wanted all of his missiles and is going to come back here for Crocomire. And if he can also get that damage boost or bomb jump up there, that'll get him a nice super missile to open up that spacer check. Got another energy tank. And yeah, for the record, Adam, I can hear you perfectly fine. So I don't know.
No, I know.
what's going on.
So I typically have my microphone like this, DJ. I got a boom arm, so I typically, when I'm broadcasting, usually kick back, relax in my chair, bring the microphone closer to me like a typical broadcast. The reason no one could hear me before is my mic was in its normal stationary position, and that's why. So like the controls that I had set up, completely different. So I mean, I can totally go like this and totally blow your ears out. Should I start yelling, Twitch chat? I think we'll lose like 200 viewers. I kid. There's our first explosives, well, true power bombs of the seed. Beamer really needs those logical supers.
He needs these orbs to drop missiles. He's at full energy. Yeah, if you are at full health, you're gonna get some nice missile drops because of how the drop system works. But taking those hits a little unfortunate. He's also missing some of these missiles and shooting some on the mouth closed phases. So this fight not going super well. Crocomire, there you go. You need to stop moving forward. But nicer farm here for Beamer. Up to 8 missiles. And yeah, Kipp got an energy tank at grapple. Going to be showing us this energy tank location. See if it's vanilla or potentially a spazer beam.
Yeah, we could have left that alone.
Not the best item, but also not the worst item. Do already have that charge beam, so gonna be happy with all the upgrades to the beam. Unless plasma shows up pretty much immediately, you're gonna be happy about that.
Absolutely. So DJ, surprisingly, 11 minutes in, and I think of a lot of the checks that we normally see in area rando, there were usually a lot more door checks than what we've already seen in this seed. But again, just logic from bombs to supers into Croc just seemed like the way to go. And now we're finally going to get these door checks. So Kipp finds the right side of Criteria crab hole into more supers. But again, no logical way to get across moat.
Moat's always logical to across in these seeds, so he'll be fine. He's also speedrun veteran.
I thought it was only. Well, technically, it is logical because Speed Booster is in Gauntlet. Oh well, there you go.
I'm not gonna be doing anything with the bottom of Meridia here. I expect Kipp's just gonna head right back into Red Tower. Got 3 more door checks up towards the top. And yeah, like you said, that speed booster, it's getting farther and farther away. Beamer unfortunately decided to give up on that croc fight. 20 missiles is definitely doable with nice farms, but it's not the easiest thing you've ever seen. So really unfortunate here. Without supers and power bombs versus Kipp, gonna be in a bit of a precarious situation.
Beamer's in a tough spot. Needs one of these doors here to be Green Bren.
Green Bren or something else nice. That looks like
that's Croc. Yes, Croc Speedway.
Yeah, he actually can, with that item set, get up. So you can go to Nutella for a little health refill, and then you can take Croc Speedway over to the high jump area. And yeah, that looks like what he's gonna do.
Yep.
Yep.
And this is something Kipp can't do. Kipp doesn't have speed.
Right, but he does have more energy, and he could bomb jump and use that to get up the Croc Escape if you wanted to, or with the supers can check out the items in Bubble Mountain as well.
Kipp about to execute a beautiful X-ray deboost strat, beautifully done. Such a tough thing to set up because it's a timed trick. you have to get those waivers at a certain spot to be able to do that D-boost across that long last gap. And Kipp is rewarded with the wave beam.
Yeah, that's a nice reward. I also want to mention that if you are very, very used to Randomizer, it's pretty easy to forget actually that you can access that Bubble Mountain miner over there with the bombs. There's a power bomb block to get up there quickly, but there are regular bomb blocks to take the maze path. But he's gonna get a nice power bomb here.
Nice.
If he can also score a super missile, that'd be really clutch. But yeah, Charge Wave and Space are already here in the seed. And another beam.
PRKD any % beam acquired.
So once again, not having speed is not going to deter Kipp's box wound access. I expect at some point we're going to find Kipp will find his way over to Business Center and end up with that ice beam, but we'll see where the rest of this map leads us.
Yeah, we've seen 2 of the upper north air doors already. Definitely should have no problem getting there. Can everybody hear me better now? Power bombs and missiles here for Kipp.
Yep. Even with an early charge and a decent beam, definitely not going to be upset at finding a little bit more minor ammo, but once again, the lack of super is potentially hurting Beamer again here, as this is the back of Rex ship. And he can't check the other door, because those are super blocks.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for Beamer. Alright, good, everyone can hear me. Other than those that have muted me themselves. They hear DJ, they unmute, they hear me, they mute. I kid!
So, Beamer gonna have to speed boost back over to Bubble Mountain. We'll see if that miner is potentially a super. Otherwise, he's probably just gonna be portal hunting elsewhere. It's typically the case that you are able to get, especially in Major Miner, the supers are probably going to come your way from multiple different avenues.
Yep. Oh, chronic boost.
Given how much of this early map is leading towards Norfair, and the most convenient supers were at 230, a place Beamer already elected to leave behind, things are not super friendly right now. So yeah, another Upper Norfair portal there, as you said, and then this one goes to Pre-Aqueduct.
Yep. Watch Beamer find supers at Bubble Mountain.
So I'm curious where Kipp is going to decide to go here. Yeah, if he had looked at this before going to Business Center, it would have been quite a bit better.
Yes.
But again, if he was thinking that you need power bombs to access this area, which is definitely a mistake I've made in a randomizer, you can forget that bombs will let you get this. So yeah, super missiles acquired. That'll open up the rest of the doors here, and he can check things. However, other than speed booster, things are pretty difficult to get with only 2 energy tanks. So yeah, we'll see him. He's just gonna go right back, probably do ice and the door check.
Would make a heck of a lot of sense here.
Without the speed booster, but with more energy, he could speed the speedway his way over to the left. I don't expect that because it is a one-way. But we'll see how he likes to do this. And he actually knows all the doors on this side, so just clearing out the Bubble Mountain majors and then doing speed the speedway. But he's defying expectations. He just wants to go over to the cool side.
But yeah, Speedless Speedway is interesting. I don't even know how to do this trick, but Kipp made it look effortless. Nicely done.
It's a knowledge check more than anything. The mechanics are a little wonky. You're basically shooting like unreachable like dead blocks that overload and stuff.
Yeah, and all that for an X-ray scope at ice.
And Beamer actually elected to reset it. I expect Kipp hasn't saved since Red Tower and definitely wants to check out high jump. So I expect he's gonna keep this X-ray scope, but no energy tanks over here.
Beamer didn't have the energy to escape. Would have needed to be really lucky with those enemies right outside of the ice room, and would have needed 3 drops, had like 106 energy, I think.
So,
Alright, Beamer, what's Kraid's entranceway going to have? Needs to be something big here for Beamer.
looks like
Main Street?
Nope.
It's East Meridia.
Can't do anything with that either. Another reset coming in for Beamer, getting a lot of use out of these save stations here.
So
in
where do
Upper
we
North
go?
Fair.
We got 3 energy tanks, 15 missile. We have missiles, supers, and power bombs. Pre-aqueduct is found. Is this really a play to dive into Mama Turtle and to hopefully grab a suit?
So with the speed booster, the speed location is in logic. It's also the case that beam route's open. It's just really far away.
Speed, Fringo saying. Beamer is leaving speed area.
Yeah, again, with his energy, it really isn't that appetizing to check these things. And now with missiles and supers, he can both do Croc much more easily, and he can also check Spacer, which gives you charge, which is even easier to do Croc.
Yeah.
So I expect that's what Beamer's going to end up doing. He also doesn't have the upper red tower portals, so we'll see how this goes. It's very nice for Kipp. Despite the lack of energy tanks, Kipp has acquired another power bomb at the high jump area, so he can crystal flash. That's probably what he's gonna have to do here to get back. But it's a little awkward regardless, frankly, because if he crystal flash, his current energy would get him decently far, and then crystal flash probably gets you the rest of the way. But yeah, nice runner in a particularly desirable position here, honestly. Beamer especially just gonna be retracing Kipp's steps several minutes later.
Correct. You know, DJ, that speed booster that we thought was going to come in pretty clutch and give Beamer the advantage. Unfortunately, it was the lack of supers and power bombs early that has re-given Kipp back the advantage now.
Kipp is going to, at the very least, be farming these crabs. They're either going to give you power bombs or big energy, both of which are good in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is what I was saying. It would have been probably a lot more desirable to have done the Bubble Mountain checks first, because, like I said, getting back is a little difficult. But given what these portals are, unless you had a suit or high jump boots, those portals are just kind of not great. So yeah, Kipp gonna be doing some farming here. I expect he won't farm all the way to full, but he definitely could. I also would have not reloaded this room from a heated room, but not the worst thing ever. Unless you get a bunch of small energy and nothing drops in this room. So yeah. Beamer finally going to be doing this Croc play. And letting Croc know how he feels.
Pretty much. Though, when you see Croc, just like Shaq Tool, you just want to shoot in the face.
It's also the case that Beamer might be a little bit less likely to do that early X-ray play, which got us the wave beam, which is very nice this early on. Probably only gonna get the spacer in this energy tank, so not gonna be quite as high on the damage.
Mm-hmm. Kipp obviously not going for the miner here.
Yeah, not gonna survive that on this energy, for sure. A very nice room here at the end of the Cathedral Hall run. Gets here with 122. And yeah, using that ice beam, the nice effect. Plenty of health to get up here into Batcave. Unless you dive in the lava, that is a very nice pause abuse. That was close. I almost jinxed him. Beamer not going to be checking out any of these miners that Kipp showed us, so not gonna get an extra super or an extra power bomb out of here, unfortunately. So Kipp's been doing this bomb farm, but is gonna turn off the ice beam now, make things a little bit easier as far as shooting the enemies.
Kipp's trying to make it easier.
Yeah, the drops are not being kind. He's not getting any power bombs, which you don't really expect too many given these enemies. But the energy was also being very, very stingy for a while. There's some power bombs finally. I think Kipp actually didn't save at Bubble Mountain here. I know you can get there and back with 3 energy tanks, but it is pretty tight, and you probably can't get the miner if you do that. So you're gonna have to be quick on this one. Beamer does get that spacer beam, and wow, Hydra boots. I did talk about that.
Yeet.
And allow the wreck ship play to be accessed from the back if he so desires. And again, given where we are in the seed, that's like the only appetizing thing here. Yeah. Once again, probably gonna see a pause abuse here. Oh, didn't even need it. So yeah, Beamer gonna now find these portals that Kipp has shown us, and just spark over the moats, which is much easier than the CWJ. Kipp actually turning high jump off for reasons unknown to me.
All right, Beamer's gonna find the same thing that Kipp did. This is Crab Hole. Immediately turns around. Where are our suits, DJ? Or at the very least, where is Spring Ball? Yeah, I said it. Where is our underwater movement tech?
I'm quite surprised here. Again, Kipp didn't save in Bubble Mountain, and he also didn't save after pick up these Hydra boots. This reserve Hell Run is not easy, and he only had 3 tanks coming in, and his Hydra boots aren't on. So if this isn't an
Kipp
energy
needs to be
tank,
careful.
yeah, this could get a little dicey.
Oh, Kipp, please. Kipp, please. Oh, bailed out with 55 energy. Wow.
Yeah, these have been some riskier plays than I'm used to seeing Kipp do, especially without the save.
I agree. I'm not used to seeing Kipp make these kind of risky plays. I agree with you, DJ.
So far, though, it's working out for him. Again, the Hydra boots a very nice find. The E-Tank, especially given the dire situation he was in, very nice. Yeah, no, probably...
DJ?
Frankly,
DJ?
I hope he saves.
Do you know what it's time for?
Yeah,
Beamer might be making the play of the game here. If Meme Route, let's say, is Green Brand, if Meme Route is anything of importance, this could be a huge play from Beamer. And Beamer knows it too. Down 1-0 against Kipp, and Beamer's no pushover to begin with as a rando runner. But this is a big play that needs to pay off here for Beamer.
Yeah, I'm assuming he took a ship save, so if this is nothing, he can just reset back up to the top of criteria.
I believe Beamer did, yeah.
Oh!
Woo! Gravity's at wave!
Yeah. That powerbomb pack Kipp found at
Kipp's gonna crystal flash.
Reserve. Yeah, allowing him to crystal flash. He's just gonna do it in the
smart
cool room, but
Green
there's
Brin.
your Green Brin star.
Beamer needs Varia. Beamer has to come across Varia very quickly. Otherwise, Kipp could easily run away with this game.
Yeah, things are definitely getting quite interesting here as this map has revealed itself to be a little scattered thus far. Kipp now has 2 locations available on the left side with that gravity suit. Can either take wreck ship or back of East Meridia towards the boss. I expect he's going to go that direction as we find Turian at the bottom of Green Burn Star.
Oh, that's good information to have.
This could get really, really interesting if the other side of this is like Kraid, for example, because it'll take Kipp a while to get that information if that ends up being the case. But yeah, for now, there's 5 majors in Green Brinstar, and we can access them all because Beamer's got that speed booster. Showing off another power bomb, forgetting that he'd already broken those blocks. Kipp's actually not going back to Business Center. That's interesting. Definitely what I expected him to do. So this is big for a lot of different reasons for Beamer, because again, we don't expect Kipp to be seeing speed anytime soon, if at all. So this happens to be basically exactly Varia. Things could be massive, but it's only a reserve tank.
That's unfortunate. I mean, don't get me wrong, a reserve tanks are nice, but Kipp's got gravity. Beamer never went for any of the other checks. Never had the energy tanks to really do any of those Bubble Mountain checks. And Wave Beam turns out to be the place for progression. We have found 2 doors so far, where the racers have Pre-Aqueduct and Crab Hole. So Kipp heading up to that Pre-Aqueduct check, which is... This is how much I've done tracking. Red Brinstar 2, which is the red fish exit.
Yeah, so given it was the back of the boss areas and Kipp can get some West Meridian knowledge here, this makes some sense. I hope he turns high jump and ice back on at some point, because those would have been helpful in that red tower climb. But Beamer showing us here, we got energy tank in reserve so far. Here's major number 3 at the wave gate. Another energy tank. So this makes all those tower runs Kipp just showed us a lot easier.
So
with much more energy.
DJ, there's a question in chat. What was the pause abuse that happened, if you want to talk about pause abuses?
Yeah, basically, this game has a weird mechanic where if you are in a pause fade in or fade out, it can't actually kill you. So if your energy drops to 0, but you're in a pause fade out, you will survive until you unpause, basically. So you can collect energy in that time and get back up from 0. I jump back on ice not. Kipp is going to show us this top of West Meridia portal. See where this takes us. Craig's lair. So not going to be absolutely dead-ended here at the end of this for Beamer, but there's various suits. We're calling for that here in Green Brinstar.
Various suit for Beamer. That might be the difference maker. That's going to allow Beamer to route back to Bubble Mountain if Beamer does that.
Yeah, it's going to be really, really interesting to see for both of these runners, really, where this top of Green Brinstar portal is, because, for example, if that happens to be Main Street, Kipp is probably just headed here regardless, and he's going to be great. And it would also be the case that it's a little inconvenient, although Beamer knows that the bottom leads to Moat, and that would lead him back to other places. But frankly, we have to get to Lower Norfair somehow, and right now our options are front of Wreck Ship, front of East Meridia, this top and Green Brinstar portal, and Main Street, and that's essentially quite interesting. Kipp here is farming up his supers. I don't think he can kill Ridley on this ammo comfort, or on this, yeah. Without 30 supers, I really don't think this is a doable Ridley.
Not without Vario.
Yeah. He's getting everything full, and probably would at least make an attempt. But we see grapple here from Beamer, which is another nice little find. He actually had the speed booster to make Dragon pretty nice once gravity's acquired. But this is a shifted Fantoon.
Yay! Boss is shifted again.
Yeah, big moment coming up here. We get to see where this top of Green Brinstar portal is. We'll see how far away Beamer is going to end up from where Gravity Suit is. There's a pretty decent chance this is Lower Norfair, and it's almost certainly a boss area. The only other thing it could be is Main Street, so that looks like Main Street. So yeah, Kipp's actually just going to route right back into that. Various Suit, basically right now, he barely even has a choice. So Beamer's showing us things, and probably he's gonna be running towards that gravity suit right now, given he barely has anywhere else to go. But he's gonna have to come back into West Meridia just for Kraid, and he's just gonna be slower to the rest of the seed versus Kipp. Kraid down for Kraid. Fantoon down for Kipp. We get to see one major here in Kraid's lair at the Kraid tank. And then Kipp has Mama Turtle for a major check, and then almost certainly is going to go down, check Main Street, and see Green Brinstar and be rewarded with the final item he needs in the seed, the various suits.
Yay!
And as Chad is pointing out, given we have not seen the Lower Norfer yet, Business Center has back of East Meridia and back of Wreck Ship, and in the middle of those two portals is all of Lower Norfair. So this is going to be a really, really funny little boss rush over there in a self-contained area that we'll have to get to. Yeah, Beamer is actually going to first location this gravity suit over here at Wave Beam. And could unfortunately once again miss high jump boots in Upper Norfair. And again, that would be a little unfortunate. To show us what this Mama Turtle holds. It's just an energy tank. He does want to at least try to get it. We'll see how much he wants it. He's got the high jump boots and the bombs, so he can IBJ this if he wants it. Shifted bosses do lend themselves to the potential for various skips, so I definitely understand this E-tank grab. He's just gonna get various suit very quickly, and it's not really gonna matter.
Yeah. Well, let's see how this race ends.
Yeah, very curious to see. It's going to be really interesting. Kipp's going to be the first to Kraid's lair, but Beamer's going to be the first to like the other rest of the bosses because they're all over here. Just going to have to
routing
find Kraid.
Routing can make a big difference, as you know, DJ, with area rando.
Yeah, it kind of routes itself for both of them, frankly, because Kipp is going to, once Kipp gets all this Green Brinstar knowledge, he's going to know the rest of the map. And Beamer already having the Green Brinstar knowledge, he's going to be worried that there's a Kraid dead end somewhere in here. There's just not. And frankly, he needs Kraid anyway, so it's fine. He does get these high jump boots. That's nice.
Big find.
Not going to forego them, unlike last seed where they were within his reach and he just didn't check exactly the ice beam location. But yeah, Kipp's going to spend less time in here more than likely because once he gets Varia, he can just blaze past everything. He can't check waterway but doesn't need it, and like miners are going to help him kind of with the, he's got again the same beam as last seed, new route beam, but yeah, everything is going to be real simple for Kipp here once he gets that various suit down at Edacoons.
Yep. It's just a matter of how much time can Beamer make up before then.
Yeah, and Speed Booster is good. He does also have the high jump boots to make it not awkward unlike last seed. He's also electing to stay in here at Upper Norfair. Much weaker beam. It's going to be 180 versus 300, so the miners are a little bit more valuable.
Imagine if Kipp hot dogs that at a Coons check.
I have no desire to imagine such nonsenses, but...
Yeah.
You were even picking up that energy tank. Guess he says I'm in the room, why the heck not?
Yep. There you go, Kipp. Kipp's got one boss down. Now, as soon as Kipp gets this Varia suit, it's go mode for Kipp. No! Kipp!
He missed his jump. That is not something you see very frequently. And he saw the various suit, so obviously he's going right back.
I'm just gonna say it now. You know, I've heard good things about this Kipp character, but apparently very new to Super Metroid and Rando as a whole.
He also went the slow way back here. He could have used the bomb tunnel and not had a door transition, and also not wall jump all the way up there. So I think you're right. Newer runner needs to learn a thing or two about this.
Excuse me. Oh man.
So yeah. Honestly, with that fall, could have elected to not even look at that miner. But Beamer is actually going to do the same thing Kipp did and end up finding Kraid's lair first. So we're gonna see just how close they are, because all they have left for both of them is the exact same thing, being the little boss loop. And actually,
where are the Lower Norfair entrances, by the way? Is it Wreck Ship to Lower Norfair at this point?
Yeah, Lower Norfair lies between Wreck Ship and East Meridia. And I forgot that this is Turian and meme route, so Kipp actually has a little bit of traversal to get back there. So
yeah, it's New Bridge, I think you said, was Turian, yeah?
Yeah, Kipp is foregoing the wave gate, but is going to check charge beam, just get an E-tank. Yeah. Given the lack of speed, and Kipp going to have to climb back up criteria to get back to Upper Norfair, Beamer may be in a positional lead, and the beam damage is really not necessarily going to be enough to do things, especially with Speed Booster. Yeah, this is a fascinating one. Hard to call for me, but it's very possible that Beamer positionally is at the advantage here. You just have to see how the execution goes for our runners, and yeah, Kipp's gonna come down here and get this terrain information, and it's bad news. So we're gonna have to see Beamer's Fan2 fight coming in here. Had a good Doppler going, but ends it a little bit earlier than you would have liked. Hopefully we can get this right mid. Yeah, I'm not sure if he can get a 3-round here. Oh my goodness. Fantoon, you jerk.
Stupid Fantoon.
Those eye closes. Quite the menace.
Kipp's going through meme route. Okay.
Yeah, I think this is probably better than going back to the front of Green Bryn to do West Meridia to what's it called? Upper Norfair? Especially because there's no direct connection.
Huh. Okay. Fantoon, stop it!
These eye closes are not being kind to Beamer. Again, given how close this race looks, this is definitely not the kind of fight you wanted to see from Beamer.
Fantoon, don't make me come into that game. I know where you live.
Yeah. Kipp with high jump boots is actually going to go for a wall jump climb here. I don't expect anyone really has high jump boots, ledge grab climb strats, but that was really nicely done. Yes. Keeping that ice beam off, extremely profitable exactly in that room. Although you can use missiles instead, it feels better to use the beam. Unlimited.
Yes. I kid about going into the game, but yes, we all know Fantoon lives in the wreck ship. But in all seriousness here, Beamer finally with one boss down. Who is going to have the better routing here? Kipp is going to go back to Norfair, like you said.
Yeah, single chamber's right here, so that's how he's going to get in there. For Beamer, probably you go back to the Red Tower portal at Pre-Aqueduct and then you use that to go to Chronic Boost. But Kipp's definitely going to get to... I think you definitely go Wreck Ship first here, because then you can do East Meridia front to back, and that's better, given that shifted bosses are definitely the boss there's going to open up those gray doors. And kind of doesn't matter which direction you do Lower Norfair from. You have to reverse acid dive in one of the scenarios, but that's totally all right. But yeah, Speed Booster.
Beamer found red fish, and is now thinking about now seriously considering where to go.
Yeah, he just has to see the loop and get there efficiently. So he's going to elect to go to moat, and that's going to also take him to red tower. But I think, especially with speed, he should have just gone straight into red tower from where he was at pre-aqueduct. This is a little slower, probably. Yeah,
Where did
speed's going to
Main
be really
Street
good in
go?
Meridia. Main Street is Green Bryn Star.
Green Bryn, thank you. Top of Green Bryn, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how we're going to finish the game. Go there, and then Turian's at the bottom.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was saying speed's gonna save some time, especially in Meridia. Lower Norfair doesn't save a ton of time, especially if we end up doing back to front. Front to back, you get a little more use out of it with the mass pillars and having better jumps in amphitheater. But yeah, really interesting to see how this one plays out. Speed, one of the best items in the game, but Beamer does have quite some ground to make up with the little bit I would say a little bit of a misroute back to Upper Norfair, as well as the Fantoon fight being a little slower than you would have hoped. But he's on the hunt, for sure.
To the hunt, to the hunt, to the hunt.
There was a question in chat about that speedless speedway Kipp did. Saw it a little bit earlier as well, but basically there's some off-screen PLMs that you shoot and they overload the speed blocks until they become nothing. And as long as you're fast enough moving through them, you can get through before they reform. You just have to basically mash the shot button. And you also have to make sure you don't freeze any B-toms in your way. But Kipp's ice beam is off, so he wasn't worried about that.
Ridley is in the wreck ship.
That is right.
And for those also,
but
yep,
he'll be fine with the missiles. You can also
maybe
turn ice beam back on at some point and get that damage up to 300.
Yep. For those wondering as well why Kraid is listed as checked off. So in bosses shifted, you check off on the tracker the area that you have defeated the boss in, not the actual boss. Because there's still a chance this could be boss surprise, which we haven't talked about.
Boss surprise and boss shifted work the same way. You just may not have every boss in a speed. Boss repeats are possible in surprise. Kipp, actually, he knows he has ice beam. His beamer is actually taking the reverse path through this area again. I think rush ship first is better because you want to do East Meridia front to back. Back to front is a lot slower because you have to make your way all the way to Aqueduct anyway.
Nice double jump. That's one of the 2 dash unique items. Basically works like a space jump. It just gives you an extra jump in the air, but that's it. So it can help you get to certain areas that you wouldn't normally have access to without space jump. You can use this technique to get to a certain high ledge. I'm thinking sky missiles is another good example of where to get with double jump. But Kipp and Beamer both in go mode. There's no longer any reason for either of them to pick up any ammo, any majors. It's a boss hunt from here on in.
Yes. So we get to see how the pathing works out as far as which direction our runners are going to be doing Lower Norfair from. But yeah, especially this all different riding as well, I think is also advantage Kipp. So I have a hard time thinking speed is going to be able to make up all this time. And it's going to be front to back for Kipp and back to front for Beamer, which again, I think you would actually rather do. Which would you rather do? This way you have to actually do worst room. But on the other hand, you don't have to do the reverse acid dive. So different strokes. Beamer is going to check out these miners. Again, without that wave beam, his damage output is a bit worse. Be interested to see how Kipp handles worst room. No screw attack. So probably you want to kill those enemies and no speed booster for the any percent new route strategy.
Yeah.
But he's got a decent charge beam with the ice that he could freeze the pirates. Don't have a particular set strategy, but it does enough damage that you can probably just fire off some of those charge shots and be good. first order of business for Kipp is going to be power bombing out those blocks. But yeah, those enemies are just in the way, and that the top one just doesn't hop away like you would
There's a
want
reason
to.
it's called worst room in the game, DJ.
Yeah, so Kipp doing a classic Kipp strategy, which is just doing the strategy that he would do with low percent.
Nice double jump.
Nice double jump usage. Yeah, powerbomb hitboxing those enemies. As you saw, Kipp tried to do that with the high jump boots and just a little bit too high, bonked the enemy, but without it. Nicely ducked under it and still got the powerbomb off for those blocks. So heads up play. What you expect from a runner with Kipp's experience.
Yep, Kipp, a very experienced Super Metroid runner. Kipp, one of the best low percent ice racers in that category. And Kipp doing a little Key Hunter AI manip, very nicely done. All right, DJ, we thinking boss surprise here? What do you think?
No, I think we're probably just going to get the shifted once again. Here's a Dragon here. So if Kipp shows us Kraid, we'll once again have a shifted. But yeah, it is definitely, it's possible that some other boss is hiding out here in Lower Warfare. Trip to the sauna. Kipp does check and get an extra super pack. Hopefully we can get a quick goop phase and Beamer can grapple kill this Dragon, not going for any speed kill strategies here. But so far it's a bunch of swoops. A bunch of swoops.
There you go.
That one should be good for a grab.
Nicely done, Beamer.
Very nice grapple. We're gonna moonwalk back towards Dragon. A little bit of showmanship. Sometimes you gotta let a shrimp know who's the boss around here.
Mm-hmm. Beamer's gonna check this item.
Yeah, again with his beam, it makes a lot of sense.
It's just screw attack, yeah.
I mean, he hasn't done Lower Warfare yet. That's gonna be pretty nice.
It is. But Kipp now into Lower Warfare with just East Meridia to go. Hello, Kraid. No boss surprise, just shifted. Nice quick Kraid kill from Kipp. Man, Kipp is just... Kipp may not be the super fastest runner, but man, Kipp is just a very smooth runner to watch.
Yes, indeed. Among rando players, Kipp definitely at the higher end, not necessarily number one, but definitely up there.
Yeah, Kipp is still fast. Like, don't get me wrong, Kipp is fast, but he's. I feel like after commentating Nevdi versus Oats yesterday and watching how fast they go, Kipp is very smooth. He's methodical. And then you have DJ, who we all know is the future GOAT of Super Metroid. Hashtag suck up to the other commentator. I'm kidding. DJ's now speechless. DJ's like, wait a minute. First place? What? Alright. There's Aqueduct to Lower Warfare. That's going to be huge for Kipp.
We're gonna have a little bit of a high five here in a second.
Alright, DJ, let's think of the way out. So, you're Kipp. You're going to go Lower Warfare into Aqueduct. Aqueduct, the only way out, you know, is going to have to be through East Meridia entrance. Where does that door lead to? I don't have a map on me.
It's the right side of the business center at the Kraid Mouth.
Right, okay, so Kraid Mouth. Yeah, I don't have a tracker thingy. I haven't been doing that. So outside Kraid Mouth.
And then you just gotta make your way back to West Meridia to get to Greenburn Star and then take that into Turian. So it's
gonna be a long route out.
Oh, and there's Space Jump. Beamer show. Get a little bit different item sets here. Kipp with that double jump, which Beamer probably he might see, but he's not gonna pick up almost certainly. but
Yeah.
Beamer's also got the screw attack Kipp, meanwhile having that wave beam, which is pretty crucial here. Again, that damage increase is very much non-trivial, and we also get to see the different Batoon strats. Once again, Beamer has speed, Kipp only has ice.
Yep.
So
I want to answer Link's question in Twitch chat. So, Link wanted to know, how did Kipp warp to Ridley from outside of Fantoon's door? So this is bosses shifted. In this mystery tournament, there are 4 possible settings in the dash randomizer. 30% chance of generating a seed that has vanilla bosses, 30% chance of shuffled, 30% chance of shifted, and a 10% chance of boss surprise. The difference between bosses shuffled and shifted: shuffled means the bosses are in their normal location, Ridley and Lower Norfair, right? So, like, if Ridley's hanging out in the wrecked ship, it's still going to have LN at the top right of the racer screens by saying that's where it is. Shifted will have wrecked ship, or WS, with Ridley in the wrecked ship, and when Ridley is defeated, it will unlock the wrecked ship, or activate it, if you will. So it is something that is specific to this tournament. Definitely doable in, I think, Varia Randomizer and Dash Randomizer. And Dash, obviously, you have a couple of unique items, such as Heat Shield and Double Jump, and a lot of different things like that. So if you're interested, you head over to the Dash Rando website. You can find logic chains there, you can find the unique items, and you can see the customization. The Dash team's done an outstanding job of not only this tournament, in addition to the tournament organizers, but the Dash team's put a lot of work into this Dash product, and it's showing in this tournament.
yeah, Shifted and Surprise are our Dash unique innovations, only available there at this stage, but yeah. Beamer's crate fight going as smoothly as you would expect. A nice quick kill here. He very much doesn't have need for what I believe is an energy tank back here, but he's going to check. And some people in chat are a little surprised, but the beams, I think, are the reason the Beamer's still checking. As far as Kipp, I think they're just fast, so you check them. I don't know.
Yeah, Kipp, he's fast. Not worried about it. Beamer's going to go and continue to go. So, wrecked ship is all that remains for Beamer. And Beamer now has to make the play for out of Norfair, which means we're going to see that lava dive, most likely.
Yep, his health is full, so that's really nice. Saw a very nice heads-up play.
Yep.
With the Spark charged in Crate's room and then used in that Ridley Farm room. Much faster way to get across that. When you can't use the same way door to space jump momentum, very nice to have a Spark. So yeah, final boss down for Kipp. He's going to be on the long trek to terrain. And
very long.
Once again, getting some nice usage out of this double jump. See how Beamer handles this reverse acid dive. Got plenty of health. Also got space and screw. All of that makes this pretty easy, as well as all of the other comfy movement items.
Absolutely. All right. So, if you are interested in more Super Metroid action, tons of other tournaments going on. DJ, this is the only Dash Randomizer tournament game scheduled for today. But we have the Map Rando tournament. Eddie versus Mo is a lower bracket round 4 matchup. That's on SpeedGaming 2 right here at 2 p.m. Eastern in the Super Metroid Any % tournament. Got a pretty good matchup that just started about 8 minutes ago on the main SpeedGaming channel. Professor School versus Zost. 2 p.m. Eastern is Timon versus Shiny Zenny. 7 p.m. tonight, Lynx versus Imit. 8 o'clock, Nevdi versus Beef Robber. Gonna be a ton of fun. And if you like more Metroid and you like Metroid Fusion, Monkey SMB versus Thunder tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern in the Metroid Fusion 100% tournaments. That's a semifinal game. And of course, you got Zeb versus Nitro, I think it's 7 p.m. Eastern tonight, the other upper bracket semi-final game in the Map Rando tournament. Ton of fun stuff here, and we're going to see if Kipp can put this away 2-0.
Yeah. Given that he's already done with all the bosses, has quite the positional lead here. Again, uh, some of it was boss fights, some of it was a little bit of routing, but I think Kipp may have just been ahead regardless. That speed booster not quite being as fruitful as we maybe might have imagined. But
We tried.
an excellent race for sure.
Agreed.
Both of our runners taking some pretty diverging paths, and this funny little loop made things with some convergence, although they did go opposite directions. Despite all the time in Upper Norfolk, I think this is actually Kipp's first time. No, this is Kipp's second time through that cathedral way. So
Second
he's
time
letting
through
it go
cathedral.
out. And he's letting it go out single chamber, which makes a little. Yeah, that'll get him back into. Wait a minute. Is he gonna go back down meme route? He might be. It does get you to the middle of Green Burn Star, but no, I don't think. I don't think
Yep.
this is the way I would have gone, but
Kipp is going to
definitely
be
a way you
proud.
can go. Well, no, you can
Okay.
go mode. You can.
Well,
Mode
mode's
is
crab
also
hole.
map station. Yeah, that's probably fast. Yeah, that's definitely faster. So yeah, maybe this works.
It's meme route.
No, he is going meme route.
All right then.
It's hard to say. Maybe. Yeah, no, that actually this is way faster because you have to go through a bunch of Green Burn Star rooms.
Yep. All right,
Yeah,
folks.
Ridley
Make sure you
on our left side of the screen.
Yeah, make sure you give the runners a follow, folks. Exclamation point R in the Twitch chat. Go give Beamer and Kipp a follow. If you want to follow the commentary and tracking team, the teams, it is exclamation point C.
So saving 15 supers once the color change happens. Beamer will be able to fire those off and play this Ridley. Doing a pretty nice fight, and there is that color change.
Yep.
Hopefully, he can get some more pogo patterns, but he's still doing some charge shots. Unless my eyes
What if
deceive
you're
me.
already following them? Follow them again, Avery. Do a double follow. Which is not even a thing. Such a bad joke.
I think Ridley's dead here.
I think Ridley's done now. Ridley's just being mean and annoying. Ridley, stop it.
There it is. So, Kipp down here at the Golden 4 statue. No cutscene here in Randomizer. He is well on his way to a Game 2 victory here.
Yep.
You see some nice
Don't
metroid.
unfollow the runners and then refollow them. Don't do that. If you're not following them, definitely give them a follow. And if you're already following them, well done. I know myself, DJ, I think I'm going to do a little streaming before the 2 p.m. best of 3 that I'm commentating because it's
So Beamer did look at that double jump. Not going to pick that up, already having space jump. But yeah, the extra beams, they just didn't fall in Beamer's path. Once again, we didn't see Plasma. It was hanging out Vanilla last seed.
Yep.
Credits will have to tell us where it is in this one. But yeah, that wave beam, once again, that early X-ray check. Last seed, it was a very nice screw attack. And this seed was a very nice wave beam. Kipp getting some nice rewards for that advanced technique.
And now it's time for the baby skip. For Kipp.
Or the
Kipp's
baby
got
skip
the-
skip.
Yeah. Kipp is not going for it.
He doesn't like to do it without speed. I
Fair.
expect at some point he'll probably learn it, but he hasn't yet. He's been taking it real easy lately. He's a working man, got other things on his plates.
That's
Still
right.
doing very well here in this randomizer tournament. A nice 9 seed out of the Swiss stage. And gonna be...
Listen, Sam needs all that kibble.
That's right. That doggy daycare does not pay for itself.
Nope.
Yeah. 2-0 victory in round 1, and looking like another 2-0 victory here in the round of 16. Kipp.
Yep.
Never one to be slept on. Always a force to be reckoned with.
Do you think Sam gets a treat after Kipp's victory?
I think more than likely, she's a nice dog, likes a lot of attention, and then you got to spend multiple hours in a row in this video game. Gotta give the dog her due.
Kipp, Kipp wins and Sam gets the treats.
I mean, he gets the sweet taste of victory. She gets the sweet taste of bacon. That seems fair, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Hey, listen, Sam's right there next to Kipp, barking, rooting Kipp on. Absolutely. Nice ice zeb skip for Kipp.
Yep. Just need to fell Mother Brain 1 here, and then Mother Brain 2. And we'll be good to go. Beamer taking a different path here to the Turian. Probably going to be doing what I was expecting, which is Chronic, and then you go into West Meridian, then you go into Greenburn Star. It might be the case that Kips was faster, but Beamer also had speed, so that maybe played some factor into some things. Who knows? These things are difficult to surmise live in the moment, and you just kind of find something that works and you go with it. So yeah, Kip once again gonna use all this ammo and then finish it up with some charge shots.
Absolutely.
He does definitely speed up several of those Green Star rooms, especially the Decor hallway.
Again, if you like Super Metroid randomizers, the Map Rando tournament, there was a best of 3 at 2 p.m. Eastern. We get a bunch of games in the Any Percent tournament. Metroid Fusion has a semifinal matchup tonight in the 100% tournament. There's probably a bunch of Metroid Prime 2 Echoes racers going on today in that tournament. Tons of fun stuff if you're a fan of the Metroid franchise.
SpeedGaming Live, always a busy time of year here on the SpeedGaming family of networks. To keep tuned in to at least one of those channels, you are definitely going to see lots of fun action across many different games. Always very thankful to the SpeedGaming staff and volunteers. Letting us put on these fun displays for all of you. And yeah, Mother Brain 2 down for Kipp. He did elect to do that stand-up glitch. Mostly going to be faster on the cutscene. We'll get to take off some damage here with this new route beam. Definitely not going to be doing most of the fight like you would see with a full beam combo.
Yep.
Here is Beamer entering Turian. About 5 minutes away from when Kipp did it.
Kipp executing stand-up glitch.
Few differences, especially that early super find at the 230 missile. Probably the biggest catalyst of all of this, given how difficult it was for Beamer to do that croc fight and getting the charge beam later, and also all of the back and forth in Upper Norfair. Booster definitely had a chance to shine in the lights, just not quite enough in this one.
Absolutely. Kipp is done. Kipp on to Mother Brain 3. Cutscene is over.
Getting a nice rhythm here finally in this Mother Brain 3 fight, and it is quickly going to be over. We just got a speedless escape as I missed basically all of Beamer's Metroid moves because they went by so quickly. It's 3-minute escape out of the room. Nice done in the Shutters room. We're once again going to have to take the road less traveled here in the escape room number 3. Have to steal that aim down shot through the door. Never really put too much thought into my speedless escape rooms. That looks like it really nicely sets you up in this room. And we're back at the climb. Kipp has fallen down twice, and I believe this will be his third ascension of this room. Funny how the seed has worked with regards to this room, but this time we're climbing up the left side. Actually had a ledge grab climb at the beginning, a right side high jump climb in the middle, and a left side high jump climb at the end. So everything you could ever want out of the climb room. Kipp racing towards the finish. He's going to be in here into the landing site, barely going to tick over the 1 hour and 9 minute mark, but he is going to be our winner with a 1:09:02 official race time. And Beamer is going to finish this one. He let us know that he wasn't necessarily looking at race time at this point, just trying to run his race and see how it goes. But yes, Kipp, a nice run, ends up taking this one, and we'll advance on into the quarter-final round.
Absolutely. Both racers have finished in the race time room. We've marked them both as done. Kipp defeats Beamer 2-0. We're going to get the racers in here for a post-game interview. And y'all can watch Beamer over here on the left side while we chat as well with Beamer's Mother Brain fight.
It would take a little bit more time with the less beam damage, but he's got some ammo to supplement. So Beamer's here joining us in the commentary booth. We'll see if Kipp can also join us as well. But GG's
What's up, Beamer? GG's
Hey,
Beamer.
thanks for the GG. Say that second seed was quite something. Oh man, I already said so in RTGG chat. I'm glad I didn't lose by just the croc thing that I did. It was so dumb. I mean, the entire seed didn't really go well for me. Maybe I even found the suits kinda early because I made that Hail Mary play for meme route, but that couldn't save me.
Yeah, talk about a Hail Mary play.
Man, so first of all, Kipp has joined us. GG, Kipp. Well played,
Kipp.
I'm sure.
Hey, Beamer, GG. Thanks, guys. What's up?
Yeah, second seed especially was a really interesting one. Those supers at 230 proved very, very valuable, especially because Kipp could get that charge beam for a much easier croc fight. The farms and the swipes just weren't being nice to Beamer. Had to back out of that one after a while. But otherwise, yeah, this map is really weird because of where Turian is and that really big boss loop at a business center. But
Yep.
Yeah, that was interesting, that boss loop.
All right, Kipp. This question comes from Twitch chat, and it's the most important question you're going to get asked in this entire interview. Did the doggo get a treat?
Oh, without a doubt. Sam always gets treats. And just to be clear, even if I lose horribly and get my tail kicked, she still gets treats. So no matter,
Excellent.
she doesn't care what the result is. She just wants, she just wants to hang out and have a good time.
Sounds fun to me. All right.
GG
So,
to Doggo then. That's most important of all.
All right, all kidding aside, Kipp in game number 2, because I didn't see game number 1. It seemed like both of you ended up going to Croc, and it did end up seeming like that extra energy tank you found early allowed you to do those Bubble Mountain checks.
Yeah, it did. And that was kind of what I was thinking when I decided to go ahead and knock Croc out in the beginning. Because I was thinking, well, if I get like one of the major required items, then that's good. And if not, I might at least get a tank or two that could potentially help me with a tricky situation in Upper Norfair if it comes up. And it did help a little bit. I feel like I got a little robbed though. When I first got to Upper Norfair the first time, I was going to do Bubble Mountain because like I've trained myself over the years to be able to do all the Bubble Mountain checks on 3 tanks exactly. And so I feel relatively comfortable with it, even though I think it's out of logic, whatever it is. But then I was like, wait a minute, I've got Spazer and Wave. I'll go make my life a little bit easier by going over to the left. I could end up finding Varia, or I could find another tank or two. And then I didn't get any tanks over there to refill me. So, that kind of put a little bit of a kink in the, in the plan. But generally speaking, I got to tell you, I really had a lot of fun in this whole match, but in particular, that second seed was really fun, really interesting, stretched, I think, the players in a variety of ways. one thing I like about this tournament is uh, race 1 and 2 of this series were drastically different in
Oh
terms
yeah.
of like what it asked you to do to be successful, and they're very different. And I like how a wide variety of situations come up. I think the challenge of this tournament is actually not in the racing, but in the preparation, because it's hard to know exactly what all to put your time into. But yeah, I had a really fun time, and Beamer was somebody I was looking forward to race. So this was a really like I'd been looking forward to this all week, so it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I was also looking forward to this. Beating somebody like Kipp, that's always something. I cannot actually lose in this matchup. I lose against Kipp, everybody expects that. Everything's fine. And so I can only win. I wish I could have put up more of a fight here in the first seed. It was just the coin toss red tower that went wrong for me. And with a beatable boss and wrecked ship, that meant that I went for the full clear there. You can't claw that back. And in the second one, that was just a complete mess early on. And that went throughout the rest of the seed. I forgot how to short charge at some point. It just didn't work anymore at no point. For whatever reason, it worked in Aqueduct then, the short charge to get up there, but never before, never after. I don't know what was wrong there. Well, anyway, I agree completely with the second seed being super fun. That was a very, very interesting one. That boss loop and the early super situation. I don't know if you got power bombs by the time you went into Bubble Mountain, Kipp.
Yeah, I got some. I think I got my first power bombs at Croc. I think it
Oh,
was
yeah,
the Indiana Jones missiles. I figured if I'm down here, like if I made the decision to come down here, I might as well just check every miner until I either get power bombs or like I just whiff. So luckily
course,
for me,
yeah.
I found them there.
I went back to Croc when I already had the required minors, so I didn't go for any minor checks. So yeah, obviously you do that with something missing. Yeah, it started out quite okay actually. I almost messed up that gauntlet with bombs. I usually feel pretty comfortable with it, but if I had not had that one E-tank, that would have gone out very badly. But I got through in the end. Those two missiles in the end were a bit of a slap in the face, but that speed booster was definitely cool.
Yeah, the second seed is the kind of seed where I would love to go back and play it again, and just kind of like even like sometimes I'll go back and replay seeds that I already know what happened, but just strictly have like a different general game plan and not like play as if I know where the items are, just to kind of see how things, trend out or whatever, for future reference. I think that's the kind of seed where it would be kind of interesting to see how 2 or 3 different approaches would work. That whole huge wreck ship, Lower Norfair, Eastern Meridia loop thing was really fascinating. And ironically, right when I found gravity, my first thought was, oh, I can just trek back over to the other side and handle Eastern Meridia, assuming Ridley's not there, and then maybe that'll kind of get me going. And then right before I made that decision, I was like, I don't know, maybe I should not do that yet, because if that connects to Lower Norfair and I got no other way out, then that's going to be bad. And so thank goodness that I did not do that in that case, because if I had, I'm confident I would have lost.
So with gravity, I assume you went into Green Brinstar through Main Street?
I did, yeah.
Because I didn't have gravity at that time, and I made the Hail Mary for meme route and found it from there. Had a bit of hope there finding barrier, and quickly after that actually finding gravity, but that's not gonna happen. Still very cool.
2 more things I do want to say before I forget. First, about that second race. There have been so many races that I have lost over the last couple of years, where I have lost either in like the climb, in the escape, or like right around there to where there's only like maybe 30 or 40 seconds left in the run. And for the first time ever in a race, I like fell down at Etakun's E-tank where the Varia was, and like fell and didn't get it, and had to go around and go back and get it. And that entire climb, that was the most stressed I've ever felt. I'm like, man, if I lose based on that, I'm going to be really disappointed. But
lose by 20 seconds because of that, yeah.
Right. And then the other thing I wanted to mention was, unfortunately, last week Jake and I didn't get a chance to race in person or live because of our timing differences. And so we had to async. So I just wanted to say GG to him too. That was a really stressful match, really, last week and this week. I was really looking forward to both, but like I was very stressed out because I felt like these were very, very tough matchups for me. And so I just want to say GG to Jake as well, since I didn't get a chance to.
Definitely some fun races here, and you're advancing on now into the quarterfinals. I don't recall any matchups with you and Farfalu. Maybe you've raced 1 or 2 times, but not a ton. So that should be interesting. How are you feeling about that?
We have never raced each other one-on-one.
No way.
Our teams have raced each other, but we've never raced inside of those situations.
You're both OG rando players. How come you never raced against each other?
That's a good question. I guess we never really lined up in any part of the bracket or whatever. I think we might, maybe it's a long, I don't have every bracket I've ever played in memorized, but it might be possible that we were like 1 game away or 1 series away from playing, but like it just never happened. But yeah, really excited about that. I feel like there's very little pressure on me because this is the #1 overall seed in the playoff. Farfalu's very good and has been a strong performer in a bunch of different tournaments. So I really enjoy these kind of matchups. I'm just going to come in and let it fly, and we'll see what happens.
So Kipp, I can tell you, I've beaten Farfalu a couple of times. He's beaten me more than that, but I've beaten Farfalu more than 2 or 3 times. We've raced each other, not one-on-one, but a couple of years ago we did a lot of those SM Red letters, and there were some times when I was faster than him.
So what's the secret?
The secret is running
Beamer's
into the correct
coaching.
item.
Okay. I'm going to write that down in my journal.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, Kipp, Beamer says that Beamer's going to coach you. It's only going to cost you the low price of 200 USD an hour.
I'll take a forfeit.
$200 an hour? Oh boy, I might could afford like 5-minute discussion. We'll start there.
No, I'm kidding. But all kidding aside, I'm going to give the floor to Kipp and Beamer, and then DJ, and then I will take us out of here.
Well, loser first. GG Kipp. Congratulations. Good luck against Farf and all the other races after that. I'll be in the Hard Way to Hell tournament, so that's going to be an even bigger mess than this one. See you there.
Nice. Well, Beamer, thanks again, man. GG. I appreciate you being flexible and working with my schedule for us to be able to play live. This was a lot of fun for me. I really was looking forward to getting to race you. Getting the 8th seed going into the playoffs, I think, is a really good accomplishment. And these days, if you guys really look at like all the players and the brackets and the seeding, like there really isn't anywhere you can be slotted in that you're going to be comfortable. Like there's just so much good competition, a lot of good players. So glad I got to play you. Best of luck in the Hard Way to Hell tournament. Obviously, I'm looking forward to playing next week against Farfalu. We'll kind of talk and get that figured out. But no matter what, I've really enjoyed this tournament. Yeah, like I said before, it just I really think this is a difficult tournament to play in. It's hard to prepare for the variety of situations, and what it asks of you is different, like legitimately different every race potentially. So yeah, just going to keep playing, keep trying to get better. I've had a lot of fun in this tournament, and we'll see what happens.
I've already said this before, but I've never seen a tournament where the density of quality is as high as in this one, I think.
I agree, and we've been trending in that direction for a while. But if you really look at like how strongly everybody here performs, I mean, like look who already got knocked out in the round of 16.
Right.
I mean, like, and that's not a bad thing. That's just showing you like how difficult it is. Like if it went the other way and a couple of the really top people that already got knocked out had stayed in, other top people would have got knocked out. So it's just there's really no reprieve. Every round is really difficult.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. DJ?
Yeah, definitely in agreement. This has been a very fun tournament thus far. I'll give a shout out to our tracker, Just Razooks, always helping us out. As we've previously mentioned, there is one other race from this round on the schedule. It is Bressingham versus Fringlefox at a similar time tomorrow morning. I believe it's an hour later start well, I think that's what it is. It's an hour later start than this one, so like 11 a.m. Eastern. But that's the 6-11, and again, like those are two really, really, really good players. So that's going to be an exciting match. Hopefully, some people other than myself and Nitro can give us a 3-game series. We've had a lot of 2-0s, but
Right.
still
By
some
the way,
exciting
DJ,
stuff.
sorry to interrupt. My apologies, guys. I should have said on the front end. I really appreciate DJ and Adam coming in to do comms, and obviously my boy Jester on the track. not to sound like a broken record, but the fact that we're able to put out a product for people to enjoy and watch, a lot of people have a hand in that. It's not just the runners. So I just want to say I appreciate you guys spending your time doing this, as well as everybody else who's contributed over the tournament.
That.
Thank you.
For sure. And yeah, that's all I've got. Thank you for joining me in the second game, Adam. And
Of course.
yeah, go ahead and take us out of here.
All right, let's get on out of here. Folks, if you're still here, Speed Gaming mods, if there's a mod hanging out in chat, let's go raid the Any Percent tournament on the Made Speed Gaming channel. If not, I'm going to get us on out of here. Super Metroid Map Randomizer, Eddie versus Mo, Speed Gaming 2, right back here in about an hour and a half. Kizington and I got you on comms for the first 2 games. Kiz has got you comms on game 3. Should it go that far? More Metroid action tonight. The other upper bracket semi-final matchup, Zeb versus Nitro on Speed Gaming 5 at 7 p.m. Eastern tonight. And again, Bressingham versus Fringo tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern time. And tons of matches on the Any Percent tournament schedule. Professor School versus Ghost on the main Speed Gaming channel right now. Timon versus Shiny Zenny at 2 p.m. And then what might be the Any Percent game of the day is Lynx Unlimited versus Imit, 7 p.m. tonight. And Nevdi versus Beef Robber as well. And again, Metroid Fusion's got some stuff going on 8 p.m. tonight. We've got Metroid Dread happening, the Metroid Prime 2 Echoes tournament. Tons of fun stuff. It's a good time and always a great time to be a Metroid franchised fan. For DJ Webb, thank you, DJ, for the great commentary as always. Thank you to Jestro Zooks for the amazing tracking. And of course, thank you to our racers, Beamer and Kipp. We will see you next time. I'm WXFan21 saying we'll see you next mission.